I asked what we can focus on today, and we have the King of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. This duo is talking about high quality versus low quality. The King of Pentacles is someone who has very high standards. And because of those high standards that they are aware of and they stand by, they know they can accumulate a lot of wealth. That is why the King of Pentacles does. They're a very abundant person. And prosperity is just essentially in their name. So for them to be this affluent, that means that they have to know how to resource. And when it comes to resourcing, it's not just about taking, it's about what's going in, what's going out. This is a very organized energy as well. This person has to be organized to have an enterprising spirit like they do. And then for them to be an enterprising spirit, that means that not only are they well-versed in business, when it comes to opportunities, they're not only receiving them, they're creating them too. So that King of Pentacles combined with the Page of Wands, who was very light on their feet. This is a very fiery energy who wants to go after, who wants to explore, who's very curious. Also very enterprising, because they will go wherever their influence is inspiring them to go. So to be enterprising, you have to be someone who is resourceful and is willing to take initiative. That willing to take initiative, that curiosity, that experimental energy, that works perfectly with this King of Pentacles. And because the King of Pentacles is exuding such a stance that this is someone who wants to be seen. This is someone who lives from the theme of acceptance. Like, I'm worthy of being seen. To me, this is saying that we have an opportunity to treat ourselves this way. We have an opportunity to embody both of these characters here and be the person who's deciding, I'm going to experience higher quality in my life. When it comes to content, when it comes to consumption, when it comes to communications, I'm going to choose something that's a higher standard for me. And I can do so without judging what I was experiencing before, but I'm just aware that I am leaning into, I'm expanding into a different territory because I want more, because I am more. I love this King of Pentacles energy right now for you. It's supported by having energy in the first place. So it's possible that we've gone through things where we've had to, this is the I don't like baggage energy. Page of Wands wants to be, like I said, light on their feet. They don't want to carry a lot of load. So there does mean, like with the exchange, the wheel turning, gain and loss, that means that we are likely feeling confident enough to make choices, make decisions like the King of Pentacles would do, to cut out what is not contributing, what is not allowing for that affluence to grow, what is not allowing for your resources to be distributed where you want them to be. That includes your energy. Many of you know that you want to be of service in a different way. Many of you already know how and are still being of service in a particular way, but there's more energy that's attached to you. There's more time, there's more room for exploration. This could even be talking about going onto a platform and starting to see more results, or allowing yourself to, this is like high tech, maybe younger energy versus like low tech, older and a legacy. And you're allowing yourself to learn more from maybe legacy, or learn more for somebody who's more high tech. But there's this exchange going on where we're allowing ourselves to be more integrated into what is happening now. And I feel like what's happening now for a lot of you is that you realize that you have more resources to improve the quality of your life. That goes to your relationships, what you consume, and how you're just interacting with your world. And I know this may seem a bit like a radical way to look at things, especially with some of the major changes that are going on a global scale, but your energy is needed. When it's time to be of service and call to action, you'll need energy to do it. And I feel like many of you know that you have it now. That is why you're able to maybe redirect your focus. In fact, with the Page of Wands, pairing with this King of Pentacles, who is also very disciplined, this can be talking about, like with high quality, improved focus. So whatever it is that you're trying to learn, this can be talking about improving quality, is like improving your degree of excellence. So we could be thinking about becoming an apprentice again, going back to that amateur novice stage where we're the student, We may even be in a position to where we want to be the teacher. And we want to allow, we want to be attractive to those who are actually willing to learn, willing to show up in the classroom. Now, going back to discipline, I'm hearing this. Those of you who are already in positions where you are sharing knowledge with others, and it's been hard for you to maybe in the space, it's been hard to organize the space, or to really know who's committed, or to really know who's dedicated to the teachings. I'm putting it that way. That sounded a little spiritual or religious, but I mean just any subject matter, any field. Somebody who's actually wanting to move down that career path, wanting to move in that direction. Someone who actually wants to invest more time, even volunteering more of their time to a particular cause. Maybe we had some problems being able to sift out like who was serious about it, who actually had the credentials, versus who was just kind of here for like as an example at work, who's just here for a paycheck versus who's actually passionate about the work. Same thing when it comes to the classroom. Who's actually paying attention and respecting this space, respecting the knowledge that's coming in, and who's just kind of here to just move on through. For any of you where that resonated, I think there's now an opportunity for you to be able to, I'm gonna say it like this, create, what's the term? Create like create a gateway, or I don't want to call it like a rite of passage, but there's this ability for you to be able to maybe create these systems, or separate those who are wanting to move down a more casual path versus those who want more advanced teachings. Okay, it took me a while to get there. There's a particular term that I'm using for it, and y'all can probably tell me, but that's what I mean. Just knowing who was more serious about it versus who's not. And the same can be said, for the products that we use, in the content that we create, the quality of it. We may be paying more attention to the details of what's coming in, what actually gives you a substantial amount of energy, what actually charges you up, energizes, and excites you, versus what is more fleeting, what doesn't last very long, what is more volatile, because the Page of Wands can also talk about that. An easy one to look at would be food. Okay, what we're consuming, like this could be like the version of like junk food versus more organic, higher quality, homegrown, local food. Okay, that's where high quality and low quality can come into. And that's not to say anything super negative about junk food, but again, if we're here and we're thinking about improving the quality of our health, which many say is our wealth, we may be in a space where we're actually going into doing that audit, organizing more of our food pantry, and then maybe cutting out more. Some of you might go cold turkey with that, but cutting out more of the things you don't need. This Page of Wands could even represent like sugar, because sugar can be a cause of inflammation for a lot of people. And what we want to do is actually maybe consume less, synthetic products, consume less processed, processed food, heavily processed foods. And same thing can be with our medication and prescriptions. Now, always I talk to your healthcare providers. That's what they're there for. This could even be a healthcare provider in your life who you're talking to about a way of living, or maybe your history from when you were younger, and then going over things. Maybe this could even be a form of therapy that's going on here. Okay, but there's things that have been happening quickly. There's been a lot of risks that are involved regarding the narrative of the Page of Wands here if you're therapizing. And the King of Pentacles is likely somebody who has had the same experience, but because they're so settled, they're so rested, and they have all of this wisdom, maybe you feel like you can offload a lot of information, or that you can kind of get into the details, or they can notice when you're trying to quickly deviate from talking about the details. This is somebody who can actually identify that. They can read body language very well. When it comes to the physical world, this King of Pentacles is in tune. and they'll be in tune with the way that you're moving. They'll be in tune with that, and vice versa. This could be you. You might just be, I'm going to offer my services because I know I'm really good at this. I'm really good at making space for people. I want to return back to a form of therapizing. I want to return back, and I want to be available for people because I've gone through this. You may know that you're needed for people who are in need of help. Page of Wands could also be houseless, homeless people. And the King of Pentacles can relate to shelter. Page of Wands also with fire. This could be people who are moving quickly because where I'm at, it's cold. It's very cold. So they could be seeking heat around this time. And you may know the proper provisions. You may have a proper list of resources. You may know exactly how to direct people. And vice versa. If you're looking for resources, you need somewhere to stay. If things are kind of hot right now where you're trying to get on your, trying to really get on your feet, but maybe it comes at a loss. Or maybe you have to sacrifice a lot in order for you to take care of yourself. There's King of Pentacles energy around that can help you resource. They can help you direct this energy towards something that is more substantial, higher quality, and that means interactions and what it is that you'll be able to consume in your environment as well. So with that being said, I'm not surprised that King of Pentacles energy went a little detailed, but is that it? Okay, one more thing. When it comes to your skill set, I know I talked about teaching before. You're not too old to learn. So that means you're not too old to go back to school. You're not too old to learn a skill. That's especially for those of you where you're like, when it comes to teetering on retirement as well. If you don't know exactly what to do, if you want to go back to school, don't worry about what the social dialogue says about going back to school at your age or whatever. Go get your GED. Go get your diploma. Go get that accreditation. Go do it. Start that program. Start that class. Just go do it anyways. And if you're not sure, I feel like this is also saying there's plenty of high quality products, high quality classes, high quality lectures, high quality teachers that are available for free. There's not I should say the barrier to entry. I think that's kind of what I was looking for before as well. The barrier to entry is either little to none. You can easily get access to, and it could be like, I'm pointing at my TV, by the way, sorry. I keep pointing at it. It's like you could put something on your TV, a lecture, and it's like from MIT, Yale, Stanford. They have lectures from years ago from very intelligent people, and you can start learning from there and see what's available for you. There's also apps, again, quick access. There's apps that have content that's there for free that can teach you and help you kind of get back into the comfort of being that student, being the person who's learning, being the person who's back in the habit of absorbing from a place of excitement, from a place of doing something that you want to do, and knowing that this charging up, this energy that you have for yourself is contributing to the greater good, even if it seems very, very self-focused, which both of these energies can be as well. So with that being said, I'm going to end the reading here. I thank you so much for joining me. If you don't know, my name is Mayan. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, the information's in the description. But I intend this reading was helpful, that you felt seen and heard. And if anything, that you feel excited. Don't be afraid to be opportunistic. Okay? Don't be afraid to be like, you know what? Opportunities are showing up for me everywhere. Why not? And again, don't be afraid to be seen. Okay? Rejection is very much, I'm not worthy of being seen. This is not what the King of Pentacles believes, okay? Okay? Accept that you have certain desires, accept that you have certain interests, and just allow yourself to go after them and choose something that you know is of high quality for you, okay? You're allowed to have higher quality in your life. You're allowed to let go of the story of you're not worthy enough of being able to step into certain classrooms or to be able to get certain degrees because of X, Y, and Z. Enough with that. Okay, so as always, please do your best to keep the faith. I'm grateful that I can be a messenger and contribute to your life in any way. I love being a messenger as well, and I love being here with all of you. So until next time.